Get ready to get six-pack abs with no equipment with Bodyweight Abs 3.0. Be sure to do 1.0 and 2.0 first because this is a more challenging progression on the previous two versions of this core circuit training. This routine has three main goals. We're gonna master the core training basics, we're gonna burn belly fat at home, and we're also gonna mobilize the hips and the shoulders. Yes, this is a core intensive routine, but it is full body in nature, which is the key to losing that belly fat and those love handles that I know you want to do. So it's a 10 move circuit repeated twice for 20 minutes total. And again, small spaces melt your faces at home, hotel, when traveling, indoor, outdoor. Obviously you can take it to the gym too. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Make your post-workout report at the comment section below. There's an instructional portion up front right into a timed and automated follow-along workout, and then use that timestamp and jump ahead to the follow-along for repeat uses to save you time. All right, guys, let's get some abs. Peace. Let's stretch the shoulders and hips with the crab shrug to bridge. Now, one thing to note on hand positioning here, you might initially need to spin those fingers out, but ideally, to maximize the wrist mobility benefits, you want those fingers pointing away from your body, back that way, and then spread them as wide as you can to take pressure off the wrist and give you a bigger base of support. So once I'm set up there, hands under shoulders with fingers back, get the knees like this, legs should be bent about 90 degrees, and I want to start, see that? I'm shrugged. So I'm going turtle shell, all right? What I'm going to first do is exhale as I pack the shoulders down and back and lift the hips off the ground. So now I've done that scapular depression, I've activated my low traps, and then I'm going to continue that exhale into full hip extension, and now I'm in the bridge position, all right? Inhale down. So it's one smooth inhale as I lower and then sink the shoulders, and then one smooth exhale as I come up. This is such a good warm-up exercise. It's also great anytime, anywhere mobility. Now, here's what I can do to make it even more intense. For the wrists, I can elevate the fingers on a pair of slant boards. And now there's much more stretch going on. I'm also allowing me to get a little more dip. I can actually dip a little bit lower and stretch my shoulders more. Right here, man, the wrist stretch is off the charts. If I want to get another way here, I can elevate the toes. Uncle Baby, these slant boards are so important for me. Yeah. Okay, so I get locked in, and now I got a little more range of motion. I can access that awesome pushback angle with that elevated toe position on the bridge. I would start every workout like that if I had the choice. The bear crawl works the entire front side of the body, and the crab works the entire back side of the body. Now that was kind of a funky transition. Don't you want to know how to seamlessly flow between those shapes? I'll show you. With the bear to crab roll, here's what we do. Bear crawl position. I'm going to bring one leg in, opposite hand over to crab. Now you can initially let those fingers go out a bit more, but ideally, we can keep them pointing back, you get more wrist mobility benefits here. And you can start lower on this. This is easier for people to access early on. And then I just bring right back into it like that. So I'm gonna exhale out, inhale back. Then I'm going to make it more challenging by exhaling into the high bridge. You get more shoulder stretch and more glute activation. Inhale it back. Now, here's another option too. You're gonna mix it up a little bit. Come back the other way. All right. So you have a lot of options with this one. It's a great way, again, to just add resiliency to your whole upper body. It's a nice animal movement, and it'll make you feel like a beast. But you know what? That's good too. This ain't your mama's side plank. We go a little bit harder with progression. You can't just do the same old bodyweight drill all the time. Now, we built up to this, but once we can do a regular hold like this, working the inner thigh and the groin, smoking the obliques, now we can add some movement here and train the glute and hip flexor of that down leg. It's called the runner because we're actually working your running mechanics. Exhale forward, inhale back. And we can even come here, and I can push against that knee to get more ab contraction, manual resistance, and then I can even build up. Add some speed to increase the cardiometabolic, or go slower for more kind of grinding time under tension and muscular work mixed between them, or add the manual resistance. Do both sides. And if you have a weak side, always start on that side. Do it twice as often, twice as long to shore up that weakness. All right, get after this one today. The bear walkout is one of my favorite core exercises. It's also really good for squat prep and working your quads. You get out as far as you can to really challenge the core. Inhale back as you come into the bear shape. Now, how can I make this harder? First, what you want to learn how to do is get your feet close together, so there's more quad stress and less stability this way. So you do the same concept and going from here to here, walk it out. So you inhale going out, exhale coming back. Here's the most advanced option. This one's really tough. It's difficult, especially to get the arms all the way overhead. One thing I'll recommend is try to center your foot between the hands. All right, and as you do this, we want to fight those tilting or turning forces as we do it. Initially, if you can't hold the one leg quad or one leg bear crawl, and that's not comfortable enough for you, there's no way you'll do the walkout. So you'll start there. From there though, we get locked in. Let me have enough space here in my little prison cell. This is such a quad killer. It'll also add resilience to your knees beyond being an insane hip and shoulder exercise. So get after it, do the best you can. And again, try to middle that knee between the hands. If it's like this, you'll be more likely to turn and tilt as you do it. Enjoy. The hollow rock. Now, we have to make sure that we flatten that lower back and keep it there and master this original hollow body shape first. What we're doing here is adding some movement while maintaining tight total body tensioning. So we don't want to lose the shape, and we don't want to hyperextend the back. So here we go. Start nice and slow, rolling from hips to shoulders. I'm going to inhale back, exhale forward, kind of get into that kind of boat or V sit position here. And you can pause to make it more challenging. Now you really want to smoke those abs. Come back here. Show yourself you can own this position, pointing the toes, extending the arms with the back flat, and then as the limbs extend away, your spine wants to extend more, so those abs have to work hard to pull it in tight. This is an intense abs exercise. It's advanced. Master the basics first, but this will smoke you out fast. Now, if you can rock, can you also roll? Uncle Baby will test you today, my friend. Now, this is going to challenge you more in a lateral manner, so we get more oblique going. And the big focus, as you can see, I kind of have this arm ready to kind of help stabilize me. So the tip of the shoulder still touches, but I'm maintaining the feet squeezed together in that kind of activation of the pelvic floor and the hips. So I'm going to exhale over, inhale to stabilize, exhale back over. Now, obviously, if I want to increase the challenge, what do I do? Arms and legs move away from each other. I maintain that flat low back position. If I feel anything in the low back, that means I have to come back here. My abs aren't strong enough ready for it. So I'm here, hold it, and I'm keeping, see how tight the body is? Keep the body tight as one unit. Smoke out those abs, add in that rotation, really get that love handle area. Now you can't spot reduce them, but if you want to train them, that's how you do it. Tighten up your diet and do some fat burning exercises on top of that, or a full body workout. Wall climber. Now I'm going to show you the easier option first. You got to be able to get your feet flush to the wall like that. And the whole point of that is we can actually push into the wall. The push into the wall actually helps maximize hip extension or glute activation. So that's why we're doing it. It's not just a silly parlor trick. So I get locked in, and what I'm going to do here is pushing against the wall while the opposite foot or knee tucks into the chest. And the key here is if I don't have enough motion to the shoulder, so if I'm kind of dipped like this, it's going to make it so that I'm going to kind of bump into the floor here. But when I push my shoulder blades away from each other and protract and get the serratus anterior going like this, now I've got clearance. And I can pull the toes to the shin more and really tuck to the chest. So it's a great overall, like a lot of compression happens there, great core activation in hip, total hip, glute, hip flexor. How do you make this harder? Well, you elevate the feet against the wall and you piss off the person you live with, okay? I don't care if it scuffles, I'm trying to get some gains. So I get locked in, and I like to have the hands a little more in front of the face here. I'm pushing into the wall. Now, if I don't push into the wall enough, here's what happens. See that? I slip down, and that's all sloppy like. So what you wanna do is make sure we're active, push in. Drive those hips into the wall. Glutes, hip flexor here, all right? Shoulders, oh, arms, everything, oh my God. Total face melter. God forbid you ever have to end up into a trench, but if you do, you will be ready for it with this exercise. Plank trench crawls. Now I can go forwards, I can go backwards, I can go side to side. The big focus here is keeping the hips and shoulders square. I don't want to be doing, these crazy, pounding out of control. I want to be nice and smooth and level. And I like to do a little breathing like this. Mix between inhale, exhale every step. That one's gonna light you up, multi-directional for best results. Stabilize, we're talking shoulders, abs, hip stabilization, work the whole front side of the body too. Smoke you out. It's a way to make that regular plank much more fun, much more challenging, much more effective if you're ready for it.
Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest. Go. Half weight. 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 Rest. Go. Halfway. 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 Rest. Half weight. Rest. Go. 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 Halfway. Rest. Go. Halfway. Rest.